Welcome to SwillinGrog's wonderful world of beer. Once again, I'll be reviewing a beer. This time around, it's St. Bernardus, Pata 6, 6.7% alcohol by volume, brewed and bottled by the St. Bernardus Brewery in Belgium. Now, this is a brew that I picked up a few weeks back at the brew house in Brisbane, in their little bottle shop there, along with the Silly Saison that I reviewed just a couple of weeks ago and rather enjoyed. So I'm most keen to check this one out, as it would be the first St. Bernardus brew that I've ever tasted. I know that they've got a pretty good reputation out there, so I'm really keen to get stuck into this. So without further ado, I'll grab the trusty BB Barfly bottle opener and pop off the crown. Okay, there we go. Some really nice smoke there, and it's frothing up. Oh, geez. It's a really active beer, as Jez would say. Alright, I should have anticipated that. It is bottle conditioned after all. Alright, I'm taking that into account. I'll give it a bit of a swirl as well. Okay. Hopefully I'll be able to get the entire contents of the bottle into this lovely Spiegelau tulip glass. Alright. Okay, so let's make an assessment of the appearance. Well, the appearance is a lovely one. I guess as far as the colour goes, it's a very murky, like brown colour with a little bit of an orangey kind of hue to it. There's a lot of carbonation there, although I doubt that the camera's actually picking that up. We've got a little over 3 fingers of frothy beige head there. Anyway, let's move on to the aroma now. Alright, well, picking up, a lot of sweet, caramelly, bready malts there. And, there's also a lot of spice in there as well. Perhaps some cinnamon. And there's an even fainter aroma of sort of dark fruit there as well. But yeah, definitely there's a lot going on as far as the aroma goes. Anyway, that does bring us to the most important part of the review, the taste test. So a huge cheers to you all. Let's dive in. Alright, well, the taste really does, follow the nose. I mean, I hate sounding like a broken record there, but it's definitely a brew where the taste does follow the nose. Up front, I'm tasting those, sweet, caramelly, bready malts that are just absolutely divine. There's those dark fruits there, that are more noticeable in the finish. Actually, what I'm really kind of noticing in the finish is a sort of, sour grape sort of, taste that, lingers in the palate. But that's somewhat semi-drying as well. But yeah, it's quite pleasant actually. It's very well balanced, and yeah, I mean, just an absolutely delicious beer. And of course, those spices are present there as well. But look, this is really complex as far as flavour goes. But yeah, a real treat, I must say. But on that note, I do need to have another gulp. This is really exquisite. I'd certainly, recommend that, you give this a go if you can get your, hands on it. It's really something. What would I say in terms of its drinkability? Well, it's drinkable, although I don't think it's a brew that you could session, given just how rich and complex it is. I think, you'd be quite satisfied after 2 or 3 of these. Plus, it's, 6.7% ABV, so it is going to knock you on your ass. But yeah, I think one thing that does let it down, like a lot of brews here, is the price point. It's quite expensive, and it's also quite hard to procure as well. But definitely one to seek out if you're really looking for something really flavoursome. Alright, well it's time for me to wrap this up, so I'm going to have one last gulp and give it a score out of 10. Alright, well, this is really something special. I'm really impressed with it. Although it doesn't quite blow my mind the way that I thought it was perhaps going to. So I'd probably be inclined to give it a 9.5 out of 10. Alright, which is a pretty damn good score. Alright, so yeah, a 9.5 out of 10 for St. Bernardus Patter 6. Check it out if you can. Alright, so that does bring us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. I'm just going to kick back and enjoy the rest of this St. Bernardus Patter 6. And until next time, I shall bid you all farewell. So cheers and fare thee well, all.